want this opportunity to thank everybody who is here at a short notice. Like they have said, I think we should emphasize on working as a team. Let us struggle. Let us put KCC on top as the capital city of Kampala. Let's not talk about smart city when the city is not smart. And on that note, the following people have been tentatively, like we've told you, this is an interim team which is going to guide us. Because for us, we've been in office for the last 3 days and we have felt the heat there. So we have decided as a team here that we should pick some people tentatively to assist us. They are going to work with us. They should seek guidance from us. And this is not the final list. Anytime anything can come around after consulting the president. Because you've heard that he told me that let the Minister for Kampala guide us as how we are going to take the people who are going to hold these offices tentatively. So, Dr. Zarango Sarah, you can stand up. Noel Robert, you can stand up. Frank Rusa, you can stand up. You can face those people in Executive Director's office. Noel Robert is the Deputy Executive Director, tentatively. So you should HR inform all the outgoing directors that they should come and hand over tomorrow at 10 a.m. Please look for them. They should come here in their offices and hand over. To the Deputy Executive Director, Engineer Luyimbazi, who moreover an engineer would not see that slope of the pile were dangerous steep. The Director of Public Health, Government, and the public will be informed. I now direct the Public Service Commission, who is here with us. No, this is Head of Public Service, to advertise for the positions of the Executive Director, Deputy Executive Director, and Director of Health, so as to get replacements within 3 months. In the meantime, the Minister for Kampala Metropolitan should advise me by Thursday so as to which people should be in those positions in acting capacity until the replacements are found. So I thought you should know why our people are not with us. And I thought we should know why we should not repeat the same mistakes. Because we always learn through mistakes. So ladies and gentlemen, I called for this abrupt but important meeting because of what I'm sure every one of you has seen or heard. And I've read you the letter. This is to confirm and officially inform you that yesterday by 24th September, His Excellency the President, who is also the appointing authority of leadership of KCCA, using the powers as head of state, dismissed those 3. This has created gaps which I was directed to ensure I fill them in the shortest time possible, because we are all seeing the gaps. So I appeal to you that yesterday, that stay calm. Let us be calm and ensure that the changes do not adversely affect the delivery of service by KCCA as an institution. The world is watching all of us to see whether we can cope up with changes and ensure continuity at work and service at KCCA. As the processes of change take place, my request to you is that you desist from any talk or anything that could divert you from your assignment at KCCA. We have had so many rumors moving around. My state minister is going to talk about that. And on that note, today we are going pronounce ourselves tentatively what we are going to do. So let me invite my state minister to say something, but I'll conclude after.
Institutions cannot miss leadership. So we are here to restore those two. But at the same time, to remind you of your roles and duties and responsibilities as a person, because in most cases, most of you, HR is here, some of you are recruited single-handed, individually. I wonder any of us here, if he has a recruitment which bears two names, Echofa and maybe Shira Virunji, or Echofa and Justice Akankwasa. We can't have appointment numbers, same appointment numbers, isn't it? Whether we are recruited on the same day, we shall have different minutes. You call them minutes? Those ones. Now, since you've now known you came alone, why do you always look and nose around into other people's things? True, you must be a gatekeeper of each one of us ourselves. But don't nose around. Here it is like a heaven. We are going to heaven. Every man carries his own what? And God for us what? So be here, just to know I must carry my cross alone. Not nosing. Now these days I see some of you for the last 2 days you are mourning. Who died? Muriba says. I saw some people went on sick leave and bed rest. My pressures have risen. For what? Kwa nini? We are waiting for something, somebody is not there. Why? Oh, I'm mourning. Mourning over what? Did we lose anybody? Have we lost somebody? Has somebody died? Was that part of your contract when you came here? I even called some of you. Where are you? We want you to do this and this. Oh, I'm seeing a doctor. Why? My pressures has for what? Just go back, sit, plan on how you're going to execute your duties in the next. Let's just have only the first 3 months, so that by December close of business this year, you'll be able to tell us that indeed I'm worth being in this place, or I should read an exit door. And then we really get serious people back to work. Last and second last, I want you to stop your Rugambo. KCCA is an institution, actually, city hall here. If you want to know all the Rugambo in the city, you just come here within 2 minutes and under these trees. Actually, under this tree. This is a source of what? I now call upon all those who are going to take responsibility of these offices. First, fight that. Fight that. Because when we want to know things, you just call on the tree. Even we know the button we place, and we shall get everything we want, including the food you ate yesterday, how you went around, the drinks you make, how many bottles you shared from under this tree. And the whole city, actually. And even people volunteer to come here to just speak information. Now I hear some ministers have closed the offices. Who is the ED? He's here. Why do you want her office to be open? I'm the deputy ED, she's the ED. So why do you want our office to be open? We must close them. I hear the minister. Now you see how we get information. So please stop all that nonsense. Go back and work. Forget. I'm going to start demanding work on Monday. Every person must tell me what you've delivered in a single day. We must account for every coin which is paid to you. Remember, there are so many people who want to join public service and who wants to join cases of all places. For us, we are there. I don't know how many applications she receives a day and how many I receive in a day. Everyone says KCCA. So if you are joking, there are 1,000 behind you just waiting in a queue to take over. For instance, do you know how many people have asked for us to just come here and and caretake for 3 months. The file is big, almost 1,000 people. And we're like, banange, chichi. We want to work in the KCCA. Of all places, where did you get all that love and to come and work here? So stop your lugambo. Some of you are good at that. Now I'm asking you and appealing to you. Stop your lugambo. On Monday, we might not entertain this lugambo anymore. Stop your jubilations. The Kasasro is still on the roads. All you should be doing is sure the roads are clean. Then we shall jubilate, we shall do mourning and so on and so forth. Therefore, as we talk and as we shout, the population is waiting for service delivery. People are tired. They want to see you that you evacuate every garbage around the streets. For you are here, busy calling, doing what? Hello? Have you ever buried somebody? You guys have ever lost people? Once you bury somebody, he has died, he has died. Okay? No, treat this as a death. Somebody has died. He will never come back, okay? So, whatever lugambo you do, whatever wish list you do, whatever witchcraft you do, here even you bring witchcraft here. Can you imagine head of service? These people bring witchcraft around here. The other night you were cutting, Simanyi what, to recede the decision. The decision cannot be receded, okay? It is only God who ever receded the decision on Ezekiel and gave him more 15 years to live. But when he says today, it is what? So forget about it.
And the Metropolitan Affairs, the Minister of State, the directors in KCCA and heads of department, the Undersecretary, Minister of KCCA and Metropolitan Affairs, the head of Human Resource representing the Secretary Office of the President. For those of you who don't know me, and I doubt if you had ever seen me, my name is Deborah Katram, and I'm standing in for the head of public service who has not been able to be here, and I'm her deputy. First of all, Honorable Minister, I would like to thank you for this prompt action to undercut the rumors and the misinformation that has been going around. I think this was a good idea that we meet the staff of KCCA. The Minister will shortly tell you the new management team which has been constituted, and you are expected to work with this team to deliver services. It is important to note that public officers are given jobs to serve the public and not for self-service. I think you know that. Therefore, it is important to note that all of us are privileged to be in the public service, because there are many people out there who would have been in our jobs and who could even do better. And maybe they're even more qualified than us. So we should not take government for granted. We should do what we were deployed to do. Short of that, you will find your exit. Many people are crying out there, they have no jobs. And here we are the privileged few. And therefore we should value our jobs and do what we're expected to do, guided by the managers in KCCA. I'm surprised. I didn't know that, I don't know whether it's true that people rejoiced here. I heard him saying, I wasn't aware. I think people should not, there is nothing to rejoice about. Tomorrow it is you, today it is me. And anything can happen unless you are an angel sent from God that you have never made any mistake. Then you can rejoice. But otherwise, there is nothing to rejoice about, and there is nothing to mourn about. All we need to do is to get to our jobs and do our job. KCC, I've been in service for quite a long, but all along, this institution has had problems. I think there is need, this is an opportunity for you to undertake an introspection of what actually is the problem. Is the problem the structures? Is the problem the system? Is the problem the staffing? What is it that is leading to this institution not to deliver to the expectations of the public? As you know very well, KCC is the face of Uganda. And therefore, we should all be working towards to make it a very good city for everybody to enjoy. I'm seeing here Kampala Smart City. Do everybody here understand what we mean by a smart city? Has any one of you or all of you sat down and thought, what is it that makes a smart city? Because if we all did that at the back of our mind, we would all be working towards a smart city. I'm sure many of you have undertaken benchmarking. It's a common thing here. But when you benchmark, what do you bring? What do you bring from those benchmarking this to show that actually this is a good idea? We can also copy that idea, even do it better. Are we spending money on benchmarking and not getting anything? I think you need to reflect, KCC, you need to reflect on that. Secondly, there is no way this Kampala will be a smart city unless you have a team, a management team that works together, but also recognizes the work of the other staff in these institutions. It's very, very important to recognize the work of the other staff. But do you really work, the other staff? Do you really work? Do you get your work? Do you have the deliverables you can be proud of and say this is what we do? For us in office of the president, everybody has got deliverables. You ask him, he's our human resource. Everybody has deliverables. Everybody has a schedule of duty. Do you have schedules of duty? Or some of you are just coming to sit here and converse and do nothing? At the end of the day, you are paid a salary. I think there's a lot of reflection that needs to be undertaken by the management. Even this interim, which the minister is going to announce, should be able to reflect what can be our quick wins for KCCA. I think you reflect on this matter. And it's no wonder he came up with that position. Because a lot has been going on, and then we are not able to get exactly what has been done with Kitezi. But I also want to request KCCA to reflect on the issue of waste management. You seem to be looking at the tail end. Waste management has a cycle: generation, maintenance and disposal, reuse. There is a whole cycle. I'm sure the experts here know. So we cannot be thinking of the tail end. We have to have a whole plan for the whole cycle. And that's how we shall be able to manage. And at each stage of the waste management cycle, there are issues. At generation, you have to inform the public on how to sort the waste materials so that it can be collected. At collection, you have to make sure you have the vans that collect and they are covered instead of going littering the waste. There are so many issues so you need to sit and reflect what are the issues at each of the stage of the cycle of the waste management, and then address it and say our objective is to address this and that and that. But if you start looking at the tail end, you are not going to make any Uganda decentralization system. There are lower urban councils under KCCA, correct or wrong? Those 5 divisions are politically headed by mayors, correct or wrong? And those councils have the technical heads, the town clerks, and of course with other staff. And that is provided in Section 35 of the KCCA Act. Now, if you look at Schedule B, there are services that are supposed to be provided by these divisions. So where is the problem? Where is the problem? Why are those functions devolved to those so that they can also be part of the problem of KCCA? Is everything centralized? Are there reasons for that? Was the law made wrongly? But me, I'm looking at the law. That's what the law provides. Can we find out where is the problem and solve it? I don't know, because I don't work in KCC. I don't know the reason, but I'm leaving that question. Where is the problem in terms of service delivery? It's not on. There are roads and the other services KCC provides. Sit down and find out where is the problem and address it. If you don't, those who cannot work, for sure you will leave the service, as the minister said. So you need really to do an introspection of the case. I'm telling you, ever since I joined the service, there has been issues, even before it came an authority. There have been issues. And I'm wondering why they have continued to prevail, even when you get new managers and others go and others come. Still, it seems the underlying problems are not being addressed. So I think it is in that light that the president is really seeking for a team that can work with him, support him to deliver services to the people of Kampala. You need to be a model for the other cities that have been created. Now there is no model to look at. So you need to provide that leadership and be a good model so that the new cities can copy from you. I would like to inform the staff. If you are a staff who come here and sits and does nothing, and you get a salary at the end of the month, I think there would be need to restructure. That means you are not needed if you are coming here. But if you are here, but you are schedule, ask for your schedule of work and do work. Please do work. Because as I've told you, we are not the only ones that can be deployed in the public service. For me, I'm about to leave in about 2 days' time. But I have served. I have never been dismissed. I have moved. So I would like to see KCC move in that direction with your sub. There is some laxity in this institution, and people taking it for granted that we cannot be dismissed. I think dismissed, of course, it's a disciplinary action that one is hard to understand. You know very well the disciplinary procedures. It's gradual. But that the president decided to take this path, that means there is so much underlying which has been happening that prompted him to do such a thing. So I want you to be very, very careful. And I'm warning you for issues of accountability. Those of you who are directors and the heads of department, I would like to advise you that you do not use government money for your personal things. Because the system will catch you. Very soon the system will catch you, because the president is not going to appoint and then sit there. Much more will be unveiled. And also, staff, don't expect